Hey guys, how's it going? Today is May 24th, Sunday here in the States, and it's another rainy day. It seems like whenever I want to record a video, it's always raining, but I love the rain. It's just, I like the rain just like I like the sunny days. There's something about rainy days that are peaceful and tranquil and just relaxing to me. So I don't mind, but it's funny. I always want to record on a rainy day. So hey, it is what it is. But I happen to like it. Also, here in the States, tomorrow's Memorial Day, so I just want to give a thumbs up to all the Army veterans and all the military folks out there. And definitely, I'm a veteran myself, U.S. Army veteran, so I definitely pay tribute and honor to all the veterans and military folks that died and gave their life for our freedom and our liberty. So, shout out to them. So I wanted to make a video. Let's straighten out here. Um, I figured, impromptu video. Kind of planned a little bit, but the topic was been on my mind. So it's being an introvert, and you always think a lot. I'm an introvert. INFJ, Myers Briggs, and I've said this a million times before, probably in other videos. Intuitive empath, old soul, highly sensitive person. I just have a tendency to think a lot. And folks same thing. Probably introverts. Most introverts think and think and think. And a lot of the energy comes from their inside, not the outside. As like extroverts, they get a lot of stuff going on the outside. So, but introverts, they have a lot of energy going on the inside, and one of the ways they produce energy is to think, and they think a lot. So, it's kind of my calling card as long as I had my awakening, my spiritual awakening. So a subject and many things, excuse me, like many things, I think about just um, a lot of internal stuff, a lot of how I can make myself better. What can I do to make my life more functional, more practical, more efficient, just and pass that along to people. So hence my books that I've written. Um, but one topic that I find is kind of simple. It doesn't have to be. It's not really crazy, deep or crazy. Whatever is time management versus energy management. I think a lot of folks, naturally, plan their time and accordingly, whether it's at work or go hang out with friends or their social life, or whatever they're doing, and and that's cool and everything. But there's something else called energy management, and energy management is trying to do things when you have peak energy, and try not to do things, when you have low energy. So. Um, if you're using time management and you're trying to do stuff and you're at low energy, you're kind of fighting yourself. But if you're able to optimize and plan your activities, do what you have to do when you have high energy, you're really optimizing and maximizing your effort, which is awesome, and then you can get it done. So one thing I do want to touch on, which is kind of important in both of these, is your circadian rhythm. I don't want to get too much into this, but we all have clocks. We all have ways of operating. It's one for humans anyway. I don't know about anybody else, animals or whatever, but humans have something called circadian rhythm. And just like anything in nature, we have rhythms and cycles and stuff. And our daily cycle um, is typically inundated with all sorts of things. But one of the main things is energy. When your energy peaks throughout the day and when your energy lowers throughout the day. So, like I said, like energy, generally speaking, for us, for people, we have peaks like around between 9 and 11 a.m. in the morning. Then we generally have another peak like around 7 and 9 p.m. And then we have dips in early afternoon and stuff. So, um, you really want to, but I wanted to mention that because I don't think, it's not just energy management versus time management. There is something more into it, as far as we go. So, and one of the clocks and one of the things that are really gives us energy and gives us certain things is our circadian rhythm. So, um, my most time during the day that I have the most energy is early in the morning. I get up, 4 or 5 o'clock, whatever it is, maybe 6, but then I'm cranking up until like 2 in the afternoon, and that seems to fall into generally the cycle of the circadian rhythm, because like they say your energy dips. It's scientifically proven, I think, that your energy dips for the first time is like between 1 and 3, maybe. So I try to get up early, and I'm just cranking. My energy's jamming. I also try to eat right and do other things, but I know if I want to do something, I want to plan something, whether I'm doing like house chores or exercise or whatever I'm doing. I plan it early in the morning so I maximize my effort and optimize my effort to get stuff done. If I'm doing something in the afternoon, a time management, activity, whatever, and I'm going against my natural rhythm or my natural energy levels of the day, I'm just fighting against myself. So I try not to do that, and I've become aware that I know I have to do that. I go shopping early in the morning. I call, well, if I go to food shop, whatever I got to. Like I said, I do exercise primarily, early in the morning, and I'm like cranking. My energy is great, and I just don't. I just kind of wind it down right after lunch, going to, and then I just chill. So anyway, I just wanted to pass that along to you, that if you pay attention, if you be your own scientist and be your own test tube, you can actually capture and really maximize your time during the day and use the circadian rhythm. And even if you don't want to get into that, if you pay attention to yourself, like when you have the most energy, and determine that, and then plan your time management around that, your activity, if at all possible, around that. So that's about it. That's all I wanted to say. It's a quick 7-minute video, and but like I said, rainy day, beautiful day, and I just wanted to pass that along to you because that's something that has been on my mind. So I wanted to pass along little that knowledge to you, pass it along to you, and hopefully that'll be. I mean, it's something simple. It's not nothing complicated. As long as you pay attention to yourself, and see when you feel you have the most energy, when you have the least, and then try to plan accordingly your activities as best you can. I know you got to work and stuff. Most folks got to work, and maybe they can't do it all the time. But I mean, throughout the day, if you can do it, you could feel it's tangible. The energy rises and the dips. If you really pay attention, listen to your gut, and listen, to your body, you can feel it, the rises and dips in energy. So, and when they rise, do your activities, and when it dips, chill out a little bit. So maximize your day, optimize your day by following your natural energy rhythms, and that part of that comes with the circadian rhythm. So if you want me to do a video on that, let me know, and I can get a little more into that. But I try not to think too much, if at all possible, because my mind, like I said, I'm an introvert. I'm already going as it is. So, but if it's something that interests me, or something that I feel maybe can help somebody, I'll jump in. So that's about it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have an awesome day. And remember, thank and respect our military people. Thank and respect our veterans around the world. As a matter of fact, whatever country you're watching this from, or hats off to the military folks and to the veterans, and God bless those veterans that gave their life for our freedom and our country and our liberties. All right. So have a great day. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.